Hey guys, welcome to another live stream from me. If you didn't join me in the RCP group just now, RCP is a community on Facebook. Just look up RCP community and then you can join it and you'll see some live videos from me. So now I'm just going to stick the drone up. I did announce it on there. I'm going to stick it up in the air now. Let's have a fly over the river. It's a little bit windy, so let's see how we go.
The waypoint has been taken off.
Okay, so all I'm doing is just checking there's nobody around me. There's no one likely to walk up that footpath. And I always just let it just hover for a couple of minutes just to make sure that everything is working fine. We've got all the satellites, batteries 96%. Now we're going to get above the trees, it will get buffeted a bit. Let's take her up. As you can see, it's really grey and nasty today. And you can see how the gimbal is pretty well messed up there, so I'm not sure I can do much about that when we're doing a live stream. Let's have a look. Adjust the gimbal. That's not that way, that's for sure. There you go. That's better. The roll of the gimbal now is now straight. So we're up about 200 feet, up above the river. Let's go to 250 and then I'll rotate round for you so you can see the area and I'll explain a little bit about what you can see. So the motorway that's right in the middle of the screen there at the moment is the M27. That will take you from Portsmouth to Southampton, right along the south coast. And that crossing there is obviously over the Hamble River. Now I'm going to rotate left because there's something I want to show you. Now if I get shot down while I'm doing this live broadcast, you'll know why when I tell you about this building over here to our left. Now that building there is called NAT, National Air Traffic Control. That controls Gatwick, Heathrow, places like that. I think they do Newquay as well. So that is the building there. I'm not going to get any closer to that building than what you can see there. It's very highly fortified and there's massive security around that building for obvious reasons. So I really don't want to get too close to it. There's another NATS building you might see in some of my other videos that's close to my home. Again, that's another training base, but also they control the aircraft from there. It was built a few years ago. It was well over budget and about 4 years over the time scale it's supposed to take. But finally it was done and now the local area has that business and it's pretty well. Most of the people that live around me are either police officers or work for NATS. It's a good job. Get paid lots of money to work there and land planes and for obvious reasons. So we're looking east now, down towards Portsmouth, and if you went all the way along the coast you'd go Brighton, Eastbourne, and then start to go north up along the coast, probably up somewhere near to where Keith lives eventually. There you go, so just do a rotation round. I can hear the drone being buffeted about up there. And as you can see, the river comes in all the way down. That gimbal's still out of line, isn't it? I don't like it when it's like that. I'm going to have to do a reset on the MUI, I think. It's not too bad. Can you put up with it like that, or should I just make sure that I'm being really fussy and adjust it a little better than it is? Let's try and get that horizon straight. There you go. Okay. So again, this is the Hamble River, and what I do is I'll take her along. I need to walk down a bit nearer to the, so we're keeping visual contact all the time. I'm going to take her up a bit higher as well. It's about 300 feet now. And we're just going along the river quite nicely. If you hear a big splash and a few tears, you'll know what's happened. The wind is quite strong. I'm now getting a message on the screen to confirm that I have permission to fly here. So I give myself permission. There we go. I'm just going to rotate around so you can see. That's the jetty in one of my other videos that you may have saw when I was the other side of the river. Lots of people go crabbing off of there. There you go. I'm not going to get too close because there's a couple of dogs there that have started barking. You might be able to hear. So what we'll do is we'll do this and then we'll go left and we'll go down river. I'm going to bring the camera up a bit so you can see it a bit better. There you go. I hope you can hear me with this wind. It's a bit of a pain. We'll go along this way. I'm going to stay fairly high today. I might do one low pass over the water towards the end. Just need to keep that really in line of sight. So I'm going to stop here for a second and I'm going to move back over to where I was. Now I can see it. I want to get tucked up under these trees here, but obviously stay within range of the drone. There you go. Is it increasing in height? Yeah, 37. It's just going 337 feet. It just went up on itself then. Bizarre. Now it's coming down again. The wind must be playing with it a bit. Okay, so like I said, that's the M27. That road you can see there right in the middle of the screen. And then you can see, and you probably see from my videos anyway, the Hamble River winds its way down and out to the river, the Solent and the Itchen, or the Solent anyway. Sorry, I'm just a bit concerned about the drone that's going up and down on itself. Anyway, big marina there. Sunseeker is down there, I believe. They have some massive boats on there for sale. £500,000 to £1 million, and probably more. Again, there's the Nats building on your left-hand side there. And the sky and the sun might actually come out in a minute because the sky is really blue above me. Fantastic. So we'll get a change in the brightness in a minute. And I'll click it up a bit so we do that. So let's just go back down this way again and I'll tilt it down slightly. And then we'll just see how much further we could tempt it down that way. Yeah, the sun's coming out beautiful. That's going to mess up the settings on the camera. There you go. So that's as close as I want to get to that motorway. I don't want to distract the drivers in any way. Obviously all the yachts up the middle and the boats up the middle. There I started putting some racking up where they store the boats over the winter, and you'll pay probably $250 to whatever they want to charge you, but it's minimum of £250 a month to just keep your boat in the rack over the winter. So if you've got a boat, it's an expensive hobby. Especially it's like, so is this an expensive hobby if at any point this decides to go ploosh in the water. Now that sun's out, let's turn that down a little bit. There you go. And that's one of the creeks there that goes in. Normally what happens is when the tide goes out, you'll be able to walk all the way across that creek. There's no water in there at all. Because, as I said, the tide, Hamble River is tidal. You spent a lot of time on this river as a kid, and the currents are massive at certain times where you have to be very, very careful. And there's been plenty of deaths on this particular part of the river because people take chances, and you can never take chances with water. Never. So I'm stood down in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, and we're just going to fly back up the river so you get a nice view. And I'm moving around slightly. It looks like that horizon's gone off again. I'm going to have to do some settings tonight on this. It's very annoying. Must be when I move that camera up and down. I hate it when the horizon's not level. I'm going to change it again, sorry guys, but I don't like it when it's like that. That's better. That's better. Okay. Definitely a beautiful, even when the tide's out, it's beautiful, and it's lovely when the tide's in as well. Some of the patterns that the water that runs out is just amazing, as you've probably seen from some of my videos. So this just come back over the field that I'm in. And you can go and see the Hamble going right up to its end. It starts off about 4 miles from my home, and it's only a small river then, and as it comes down this way, opens out. Let's fly over some of the farmland for you. I always think this is quite a good camera angle because you get the horizon, but you also get a lot of the farmland. You get to see it from a good place. I'm going to turn right here. I'm going to stay in contact with it. Trying to stay in there as well and try not to get too close to the Nats building, which is just there, look. So I better not go no nearer to it because I might get shot down. So let's come back across this way. And then I think what I'll do is I'll bring her down lower now because the sun's out, and we'll do a low pass over the river. I'll bring her right down. It's always an effective shot, I think. So we're going to stop her there. Going to rotate the way that I want it to be, which is heading out this way. There's a plane flying overhead, so it's well above where we want to be. And let's just... I always find it tricky to bring her down and push the camera up at the same time. There you go. See, I told you. Let's bring her down. It's almost like I need to... Oops. Sorry, guys. I need to tighten that. I wonder if I can adjust the play in that. So I'm just going to bring it all the way down to where I am at the moment. So we're about 60 feet, 50 feet off the ground now. Let's bring it down a bit lower. I always like the low passes, they always look really good. Well, I think they do. Maybe you have a different opinion, but I quite like them. There's no one around. No one up the footpath next to me. So let's see how we can... She is getting affected by the wind quite a lot, actually. So I'm going to just hang on towards me a bit more. Man, she's struggling against that wind. The wind's really picked up and she's just going up rather than forwards now, which is quite concerning. So, just about pushing against the wind. There we go. But it is a stunning view, and I hope that you've enjoyed that little flight round. As you can see, the sun is appearing in certain places now. The sky is blue, and you're getting to start to see a lot more colours with what we're trying to achieve. That gimbal's gone off again, and it's really annoying, so apologies for that. And the wind's getting worse. It's amazing though how steady that is, considering how fast that wind's blowing right now. The DJI 4 is just solid. no messing around with the camera, it's not pushing the drone around too much. The drone's struggling to fly into the wind, but that's fine. But it's not getting pushed around by the wind in any way. He says, hopefully. But you can see the colours now. We've been really lucky in the UK, like I said, with the weather. We're just about to lose the summer. This is the first cold day. When I say cold, it's 16 degrees that we've had for a while. And if you join me on Facebook just now, we're talking about the weather, and it was 30 degrees last Tuesday, and it's been like that for a little while. But now we're getting into September. Normally by this time we'd have had a frost, but we haven't had any of that. So we're grateful for that. We're also grateful for being able to fly DJI Phantoms. You can see the props now, she's really tilted into that wind. It's a privilege to be able to fly a drone around and get these shots. It's just amazing. It's something that I really enjoyed, and I wish that I bought a drone a long time ago, but now I'm glad that I have one. So since that sun's come out, the wind has picked up even more. But she seems to be fine, so I just hope that you can hear me. I'm trying to tuck myself into a hedge, but the wind is blowing through the trees. But it's looking good. It looks like it's off tilter, but I wonder if that's the wind where the drone is sort of tipping into the wind to keep straight itself. I don't know. Maybe. We're down to about 35% battery, so I'm going to start to bring her back in now. And hope that you really enjoyed the flight, and thank you very much to everyone who subscribes to me, who watches my videos. I really appreciate it. Don't forget the new app for going live on YouTube. It's supposed to be updated by the end of this month, so you should be able to go live from your phone to from the app, the YouTube app, straight to YouTube, which would be brilliant. No third-party apps needed. Also the DJI Karma, no, that's the GoPro Karma, comes out on Monday. There's lots of pictures of it. What it looks like it's a bit of a fold-up black box. So let's see what that actually produces and what they look like. But it'll be interesting to see. And thank you again. That's all I keep saying, because it is just amazing that I'm able to do this. You watch it, thumbs up. And I just appreciate every one of you. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even bother doing this, I don't think. I just enjoy sharing my part of the world with you. Oh, that's quite close to the ground, that one. And here I am stood in the corner of the field. So again, thank you to everyone who subscribes, watches, does everything to me in YouTube. If you want to join the community, RCP community on Facebook, let me know. Send me a request, because it's a closed group, and you can join. So thanks for watching. You have a great day, have a great weekend, and I'll catch you again soon with another live broadcast. Have a great day.